Hey everyone, this is Ray Floyd. I hope you enjoy this flight simulation video. It's with X-Plane 12 and we'll go ahead and get started. We're going to take off from San Diego and fly over this little bay over to a small little airport called Micah Tango Juliet, and I will show you a little bit more when we get into the computer. I would like to start by letting you know that I am using the Turtle Beach Yoke Velocity 1. All these buttons are assignable, and I do have them assigned to certain items that I need. Over here, depending on which plane I'm flying, I have my thrust, prop, and mixture, and I have my buttons here that are also assigned to certain items that I need. And I have my pitch trim wheel right here, and I will go over all that with you in a later video. Down here, I do have my Logitech rudder pedals and toe brakes. Now over here, you'll see that I do have 3 monitors. One is my map, one is my control panel, and then this is my main screen. Okay, we are here in the flight simulator. On my number keypad, I do have different views already programmed, depending on what button I push and what I'd like to see. As you can see, it's raining. It's not going to be a real pretty day. So, just to let you know, I normally, I do download real weather, and I do track real world date and time. But for this particular video, I'll go ahead and keep the time, but I'm going to make the weather a little nicer for us so we can see. And I'll go ahead and apply those changes. All right, as you can see, we are with a nice blue sky. Here's our plane. There's me and my co-pilot, and it is the Diamond Aircraft DA50. 3 props, very pretty plane. Not my favorite, but it's easy to fly. One reason being, don't have to deal with mixture or prop. All I have to do is deal with throttle, my brakes, my cow flaps, and make sure my temperature is good. So we're going to go ahead and add some fuel. Close this back. Just so you know, I'll go over all this on another video. Now we're going to go back here. Come up, sorry. Where am I? There we go. We're going to go ahead and cut on our master and our electric master. Now from here, we're going to go to our wide view. Give that a little pump. And we're going to go ahead and crank our engine, our brakes on, cow flaps closed. We're going to go ahead and cut on our lights. We yell out the window as if they're really, good. Hey, clear prop. Okay. Oh, there's my cue. And crank her up. All right, we're going to pull the throttle back a little bit and let the engine warm up. And while we're doing that, we're going to go ahead and put on our alternator and our AV master. As you can see, it is 0 degrees Celsius, which means it is freezing. So I could go ahead and put this on normal de-icing just in case. But I'm not really worried about ice, so we're not going to worry about that. But I am going to worry about the pitot heat, because we're going to go up. So let's go ahead and turn our transponder on and fly in VFR. And we're going to indent. And then over here, we want to make sure our pitch is set to take off. And again, I do this with no checklist. This is just off the top of my head and what I've learned by flying other airplanes. So this screen here, this is our MFD. You can change the range. You can change the range, zoom in, zoom out. So just kind of so you know, we're gonna take off here, fly down this way, and land over here. But I can show you. Yeah, we're gonna land right here. All right. Now, something we should know is over here, you know, that's everything I need, but I also need some information over here, mostly all these gauges. So in order to put it all in one window, you click this little red button. And now I got all my gauges and I got my map right here. So when I'm flying, I don't have to, everything's right here. And like you know, on my second screen, I've got all this right here, nice and big, so I can see it. Everything, temperature's coming up, so we're getting ready to start taxiing. What we'll do here is click on our airport that we're at, go to details, and it says arrival and departure. Departure runway is 09, arrival's 09. And here is also arrival and departure 09. So that'll make it quick and easy. So what we're going to do is go ahead and set our heading to east, which is 090. So we make sure we go in the right direction. And we're going to go ahead and set our VOR 116.50 to nav1 and nav2. And then over here, the CDI, we're going to change it to VOR1, which is nav1, VOR2, which is nav2, GPS, but we're not using the GPS for this. We're just going to use the VOR. And then what we'll do here is also bring in our information down here. It tells us we're 16.5 nautical miles away. And then we'll go back. Let's see, our barometer is 2992. So we'll come over here and change this to 2992. And our altitude probably won't go over 1500. Let's just stick with 1500. Let's go 2000. Okay. And there we go. So you see this up here, it means my GPS is on. We're just going to open up my GPS and delete any flight plan that was in there. Okay, and now you see all this clutter. We do want to get rid of that, so we're going to hit insert and declutter. All right. So here is our current location. Yeah. I'm going to go right here. 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 Okay. All right. We are ready to go. You can see. Oh. All right, we are ready to taxi. We're going to go back inside the plane. And again, we're just going to double check everything. Everything is good. Looks good, looks good. Looks good. Looks good. Fuel's good. Temperature's coming up. All right, let's taxi. Turning off the brake. And we are taking off from the east, so we're going to fly, going to go to the right. And get to our beginning of our runway. Take a sip of my coffee. And again, normally I fly in real world weather, but I did just take this flight about 30 minutes ago, and real weather, it was real foggy, couldn't see anything, so I decided just to go ahead and make it nice, pretty weather, no wind. As you can, let's pause it a second. As you can see right here, I have these, right here, wind zero. So that's the knots and that's the direction. Frame speed, like to be for it to be in the 60s, but my computer's old. So we're gonna keep going. I know I was flying a little fast, taxiing a little fast there, but I just want to get this video done and out, make sure it's working, and then I can concentrate more on more detailed videos as I learn the different single prop planes that I'll be flying. Anxious to take you up in the Cirrus SR-22. That is my favorite plane. It doesn't have retractable gears, but it can carry a lot of weight. It goes a good speed, and it goes a good 4 hours with a full tank of gas with a lot of weight. This goes 4 hours, but it doesn't take a lot of weight. It doesn't let you hold a lot of weight. But anyway, again, I can show you more of all that and how I learned it in later videos. So, it sounds like there's a lot of different videos I need to make for my fun, personal enjoyment, and to hope that other people enjoy it too as I learn. All right. As you can see from this window, all my gauges are coming into normal temperature. So I should be able to hop on this runway and take off. And we're gonna fly over to a little airport that's just 17 miles away. Fuel looks good, temperature's perfect, ready to take off. So, to be honest, what I'm gonna do is, I already know I have everything set. I'm trim set, flaps are up. I'm not gonna take my flaps down, I got a long runway. So here we go, let's go back to the cockpit. And let's turn our landing lights on, which is also our takeoff lights. And let's get to V1. All right, and vertical speed and V1. Here we go, going up. And gear up. There we go. And like I said, this plane is slow. We're only doing 173. We're going to come down to 1,000 feet a minute. That'll bring up our speed. And there's our bay that we're going to fly over. And when we get to the end of the bay, we will make a left. Nice clear day, even though I would prefer to fly in real weather. Don't worry about that. I was just going over a little radar code for the airport. Going to 1500. Like I said, we're just getting to 90 miles an hour or 90 knots. And this is a slow plane, but it's an easy plane to fly. Well, the faster planes aren't hard to fly, but they're a little more difficult to land because you got to start landing sooner. Oh, we went over 1500. My bad. Oh no, I was going up to 2000. Okay, we'll go to 2000. And you see my CDI pretty much going. I mean, I know where I'm going. It's VFR. I'm flying over the bay, and I'm going to make a left, and I'm going to land at runway 09. And we're going to come back down. And as you notice, I'm using my trim wheel more than my yoke. I'm using my yoke more to steer left and right. And I'm using my trim wheel more for pitching up and down. So now you see we are picking up speed now that we're going level and even going down just a little bit. So I'm going to pull back to 75 RPM. Uh, 75 thrust. Around 2000 RPM. All right. It's a very easy flight. I hope you're learning something. Okay, let's see. I'm going to pause. I'm just going to show you real quick. Under graphics, you see my graphics are set to medium because my computer is old. But here, monitor 1 is instructor. Monitor 2 is 2D panel. Monitor 3 is main monitor. So the way I get my instrument over here is by bringing up monitor 2 as a 2D panel. And then what I do is just click on this. Oh, click on this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Then I just click back on the monitor and it pops back up over there. And if I want to move it, I just grab it and move it back over here or move it back over here. And I like it over there. So, as you can see from our gauges, our temperature is getting hot. So we're going to open our cow flap. And as you can see right here, that's closed and that's open. Oh, All right, we're at 2,000 feet. We're going to come over here to our map, and we want MMTJ runway 9. So here's our glide slope, and here's where we are. So we're going to come up a little bit. And we got to find our airport. Our airport is right there. Yeah, that's our airport. So, here we go. We're going to start slowing down. Bring it down to 30, let's do 40 RPM, or thrust. And our airport is right there. So we're going to come over here. And we're going to slow down a little bit more. That means I've got pulled back a little too much. So what we want to do is get down to a speed where we can bring our flaps down. All right, we're in the white, so flaps come down 1. And here we go, give us a little throttle. And flaps 2, gear down. Oh no, this isn't a great landing. But we're ready to land. Here we go. Oh, I never took my taxi or my landing lights off. But you'll notice I do that a lot. Okay, so one thing is we do need to keep speed up for the landing, or we will just drop like a rock. So we want to stay around 75 with this plane. 500 feet, you see that we are on our ground glide slope. And you notice I'm gonna close the cow flaps because we started getting cold. We're gonna give a little bit more throttle. We're slowing down a little too much. And we're coming in. Again, I'm using my pitch trim for my up and down, and I'm using my yoke for my left and right, and my pedals for my yaw. All right, here we go. We're about to land, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do it. Here we go. And we're going to pull the yoke back, trim back. And nice landing. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, look at that. Perfect. Put on my light brakes. Take my flaps back up. Turn my landing lights off and taxi lights on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. That was my very first flight recording.